Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, had a great conversation with people. We were talking about a bail-in. Some great questions were asked. I explained what a bail-in is, but I also had a video called The Lessons from Cyprus that people should have paid attention to. So I went ahead and pulled that video back up because I forget there's a lot of new people that have not seen that video. So they also spoke about protecting their money in bank accounts called CDARs. This way then, if they spread their money out into multiple banks, then all their money can't be taken from them. And I said, that's what you think. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys what happens during the bail-ins. Because I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face, but you have to see it for yourself. This actually happened in a place called Cyprus. And so let's go ahead and watch part of it. And then I'm going to explain to you how CDARs work. Okay? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. So this video is called the EU's Vicious Cyprus Bailout. You hear what he's saying? A bail-in. Your bank accounts were all seized. Because people out there going, no way they would do that, Pimpy. You're kidding me? You know how many people would be pissed? They don't care. That's the whole point. You got to think about what we're up against. This is why I'm saying I don't keep money in my bank account. This is to take all of your money out of the account. Everybody's account. Nobody's is spared. So they take all of your money, and yes, you're insured up to a certain dollar amount. But here's the insult to that. When you're paid back that money through the FDIC, then they slap a 6% tax on there. It's already your money. It was in your account. Why should you pay fees on the money that belonged to you in the first place? So how a bail-in works is they take all your money, they take it, and then you end up getting shares in the bank. Yep, that's what you're doing. You're saving the banks. So your money, your deposits, and everything is then flipped into shares in the banks in hopes that they recover. But if they don't recover, oh wow, you're ass out. When you go down the list of people who get paid first, the depositors, you are the very, very last people on there.
How much money did the family have in the banks here?
Around 2 million euro.
2 million euro?
Yes, and we can't get anything from our accounts. Everything is blocked.
He can't pay wages, he can't pay suppliers.
I think it's a robbery. I don't know how to say this.
It is a robbery. Understand what's going on. The citizens are paying for bad decision making by the bank execs. We are paying for their sins. And then they still get these large multi-million-dollar bonuses. None of them ever go to jail. So you want to see how the world's largest transfer of wealth is going to take place. A bail-in is going to happen everywhere, and it's going to go straight to the bankers. It's going to wipe out businesses, so you have no choice but to turn to the central bank digital currency and your governments for aid. Unless you are already prepared to stay off the grid and you don't need the government. I wouldn't use them at all, nor would I do a CBDC. You better start learning how to can foods. You better start taking your money out of the bank and making sure you and your family are protected. And how do you do that? With precious metals. But let's continue. This woman here, her family, was at $2.6 million in the bank, gone. And even if she's insured over there in Cyprus, they're only insured up to $100,000. That's all she's going to get back out of that $2.6 million. Now watch, this lady's going to tell you what happened to the real estate when the bail-in happened. Remember I told you guys, when the bail-in happens, watch what happens to the housing market. Listen to what she says.
Isabella Vinogradova is part of the Russian diaspora.
It affects everybody's savings accounts. It affects your retirement accounts, your IRAs, your CDs, your 401ks, everything that's associated with the bank is gone. And you only get back the insured amount. So you can imagine waking up one day to go get your money. We've seen it happen with that. Was that the Silver Bank? Remember when they closed down, people were pissed, they wanted their money and they couldn't get access to it. And if you can't get access to your money and you're a business owner, You lose your business. That means jobs are being lost. That means people can't pay their bills. That means people can't keep their mortgages, can't keep their cars. Do you see how closing down all the banks, which is what these people want to do, how it's going to affect everybody one after the other? It's why it's important not to keep your money in the bank and keep it somewhere safe. And speaking about that, I talked to a group of people and they go, well, keep your accounts in the CDARS. And I go, yeah, I know what a CDAR is. So how an ICS and CDARS work. When a financial institution places large customers' deposits in ICS or CDARS, the deposit is divided into amounts under the standard FDIC insurance maximum of $250,000 and is placed in the deposit accounts at banks that participate in the network. So in other words, if you deposit $1 million into their account, they take your $1 million, they divide it and open accounts for you at multiple banks, and making sure that each amount is under the FDIC. So this way, if there's a bail-in, the idea is that you would get your money back, all of it, because you are under the FDIC amount. Although you put $1 million here, breaking it up and putting it into multiple bank ensures that you get all your money back. That's the premise of this whole thing. This is what some rich people do. You know, they have all their money scattered into multiple banks right under the insurance line. Like I said, the idea is that if we do a bail-in and all the banks get hit, well, at least you get all your money back because you have it spread throughout multiple banks. That's the theory behind this. But you heard Lynette Zhang bring it up multiple times, and I brought it up, and so has many other people. This would be fine if it was an issue with one bank, maybe two. But if the collapse happens like we think they're trying to plan to do, then everybody is screwed. Let me show you why. So the FDIC Deposit Insurance Fund, it's $128.2 billion. That's how much money they have altogether. $128.2 billion. The total amount of deposits in the United States is $17.4 trillion. Yikes. Do you see the difference there? Yeah. That's a lot of money that's going to be taken out of the hands of the people. That is a huge transfer of wealth out of the hands of the people and into the hands of these bankers. So here you have, there's approximately 107.9 million people fully banked. That was in 2021. We can't find one sooner than that, but you can get an idea of how many people are fully banked. Let's say you take that $128 billion. So there you go, $128.2 billion. And now let's divide it by all the people that have bank accounts, which is 107.9 million. There you go, 107.9 million. So how much money is that for each person that has a bank account? $1,188. So that's not even the full $250,000 insured amount. So if they're going to divide it equally between all the people that have their banking accounts, now don't get me wrong, some people are only going to have a couple hundred, some people a few thousand, but understand that there's going to be a lot of people with millions of dollars in their account as well. It's gone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your money is gone. So if you have $100,000 in there, don't expect to get it back. They don't have enough money to pay all the people. So the odds are you're not going to get zilch. You're going to get $0 from it. Because there's all kinds of things that have to get paid first. Secured creditors, derivatives that have to be paid, bills, everything else. All those creditors get paid first. Then you have the powerful exec people. And then you have us peons on the bottom. But anyways, like I said, if you take all the money that's available with the FDIC divided by the number of people who have bank accounts, you're looking at $1,188. Now, I'm oversimplifying, but it gives you an idea of the kind of situation that we're in. That's why CDARS won't work. So don't say, no, they can't do that, Pimpy. It's not going to happen. I'm sure the people in Cyprus probably thought the same thing when they went to bed one day and woke up the next and found that their money is gone. This is why I don't keep my money in the bank account. And for those of you who have a lot of money and you're saying, I don't have a safe that big to hold all my money. Well, congratulations that you have that much money. But the smart thing would be to invest it into precious metals, gold and silver. I keep enough money in my bank account to pay my monthly bills. The rest I put right into precious metals, and so should you. So if you're thinking about moving in that direction, give our friends over at Miles Franklin a call. The phone number is right there, 844-8-PIMPIES or 844-874-6794. For people who want to make purchases over $10,000, make sure you email me there at info@pimpyspreciousmetals.com. We can get you a much better deal than what you see on the website. Don't be afraid to reach out. Not only is precious metals a hedge against inflation, but it protects your family from losing its wealth, no matter how small that is. So just keep that in mind. And this is why CDARS is not going to work. And for those of you banking on getting your money back from the FDIC, that's likely not going to happen. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.